Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that emerged in Greece and later flourished in Rome, has long been a guide for individuals seeking inner strength, composure, and wisdom. At its core, Stoicism teaches that the only things truly within our control are our thoughts, choices, and actions, while the world around us, the opinions of others, external events, and uncontrollable circumstances should not dictate our peace of mind. For modern audiences navigating a fast-paced, highly connected world, this timeless wisdom offers practical strategies to maintain influence and respect without relying on manipulation, force, or coercion. Throughout history, Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor whose personal meditations reveal the inner workings of a disciplined mind, Seneca, whose letters provide lessons in ethics and resilience, and Epictetus, a former slave turned teacher of human mastery, illustrated the power of psychological control in shaping one's reputation and authority. These thinkers demonstrated that respect and influence are not granted through status or wealth, but earned through character, consistent behavior, and emotional mastery. In the modern era, Stoicism has profound applications in leadership, interpersonal relationships, and personal development. Consider a manager handling a tense office situation. Applying Stoic principles allows them to remain calm, respond thoughtfully, and inspire confidence in their team. Or imagine an individual navigating social dynamics, maintaining composure in the face of criticism or hostility, and earning the genuine respect of peers, not through dominance, but through steady presence and integrity. This documentary will explore 9 powerful Stoic psychological secrets, revealing how mastery over one's mind, emotions, and behavior can instantly elevate respect and influence in any environment. Each lesson will provide historical context, modern application, real-life examples, actionable exercises, offering viewers practical tools to cultivate authority, earn admiration, and navigate social and professional situations with grace and wisdom. At the end of this journey, viewers will understand that influence is not about force or loudness, but about presence, virtue, and consistent action, a lesson as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. Lesson 14: Control your emotions. Control your influence. One of the most powerful tools for gaining respect and influence is the mastery of emotions. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, how you react to it that matters." This Stoic principle emphasizes that those who control their internal reactions command authority over themselves and, by extension, others perceive them. Consider the historical example of Marcus Aurelius facing political unrest. Despite pressures from the Senate and external threats, he maintained calm, measured responses, focusing on decisions grounded in reason rather than anger or fear. His measured demeanor earned him respect from allies and fearless admiration from opponents. Similarly, Seneca advised that emotional control is not suppression, but understanding and guiding feelings toward rational actions. In modern life, controlling emotions translates to responding thoughtfully in high-pressure situations. Imagine a team leader confronted with a critical error. Rather than reacting impulsively or angrily, they calmly assess the situation, communicate solutions clearly, and maintain composure. Their team perceives them as reliable and deserving of influence. Conversely, reacting impulsively or with visible frustration often diminishes credibility, regardless of knowledge or position. Real-life applications also extend to personal interactions. Consider debates or disagreements with friends, family, or colleagues. Individuals who remain composed, listening carefully and responding with clarity, command respect naturally. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness helps recognize triggers and regulate emotional responses. Practical exercise is to pause and count to 5 before responding to emotionally charged messages or situations, reflecting on what action best aligns with desired outcomes. Ultimately, emotional control fosters respect by demonstrating self-mastery, stability, and reliability, Others are drawn to those who navigate stress and conflict with clarity and poise, naturally elevating influence. Stoicism teaches that mastery over one's emotions is the cornerstone of personal authority, and by practicing this consistently, viewers can establish themselves as individuals of substance, capable of guiding, inspiring, and influencing others effectively. Lesson 2 demonstrate consistency and integrity. Consistency and integrity are fundamental to earning respect. Epictetus emphasized that character is revealed not in moments of ease, but in the choices we make under pressure. Those who consistently act according to their principles cultivate a reputation that precedes them. Marcus Aurelius, through his Meditations, illustrates the importance of steadfastness. Even as emperor, he adhered to personal and ethical principles despite political intrigue, public scrutiny, and immense stress. His consistency fostered unwavering respect and set a standard of moral authority that inspired loyalty. In contemporary settings, integrity and consistency manifest in how commitments are honored. A professional consistently meeting deadlines, following through on promises, and aligning actions with stated values commands trust and influence. In contrast, inconsistent behavior, even if unintentional, erodes credibility over time. Real-life examples include business leaders like Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, who transformed the company culture by consistently embodying his values of empathy, learning, and inclusion. His credibility stems from a pattern of behavior reinforcing trust, which naturally amplifies influence across employees and industry peers. Actionable steps include clarifying personal values and creating a behavioral guide aligning with them. Regularly reviewing actions to ensure they reflect stated principles. Maintaining transparency in communication, admitting mistakes and correcting them. By demonstrating consistency and integrity, viewers learn that influence is less about charisma and more about reliable character. People naturally follow and respect those whose actions match their words, creating authority rooted in authenticity rather than performance or status. Lesson 3: practice the art of listening and observation. One of the most overlooked Stoic psychological secrets is the power of listening and observing before speaking or acting. Epictetus frequently emphasized that understanding comes before action. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This principle is not passive, it is an active engagement with the world, cultivating awareness of both people and situations, enabling wise responses that command respect. Historically, Marcus Aurelius demonstrated this during his interactions with generals, senators, and citizens. Rather than reacting impulsively to every report or complaint, he would carefully observe and consider the situation. This ability to listen, coupled with reasoned action, allowed him to gain influence not by force, but by measured wisdom. In modern life, this principle manifests in leadership, negotiations, and social interactions. Leaders who genuinely listen gain insight into motivations, concerns, dynamics. A manager attentive to employees' perspectives identifies problems early and inspires trust, while a friend who listens before offering advice becomes someone others naturally confide in. Real-life examples abound in corporate and political contexts. Leaders like Warren Buffett and Angela Merkel are renowned for their ability to observe and listen carefully, often asking clarifying questions and understanding perspectives fully before making critical decisions. Their influence stems not from speaking loudly or dominating conversations, but from being perceived as thoughtful, deliberate, and insightful. Actionable steps include practicing active listening in daily conversations. Focus entirely on the speaker, avoid interrupting, and ask questions to ensure understanding. Observe reactions, tone, and behavior to gather context. Before responding, pause and reflect on the most constructive course of action. Over time, these practices develop situational awareness, emotional intelligence, and the ability to influence others with subtle authority. By demonstrating that they value others' perspectives, viewers can earn respect and trust, building influence naturally without overt pressure. Lesson 4. Master the power of silence. Stoic philosophy consistently highlights the importance of silence as a strategic tool. Seneca wrote, "Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life. Those who speak less and observe more command attention, as their words carry weight and authority." Silence is not passive, it is a conscious choice to maintain control, observe the world, and respond thoughtfully. Historically, Epictetus often emphasized that thoughtful restraint conveys wisdom. By speaking only when necessary, a person demonstrates confidence, self-control, and intellectual depth. Marcus Aurelius, as emperor, carefully chose words in both public and private correspondence, knowing that measured speech amplifies influence. In the modern context, silence can be equally powerful. In meetings or negotiations, a pause before responding signals contemplation and authority. People who fill every gap with words risk appearing anxious or reactive, whereas those who allow space before speaking are often perceived as confident and strategic. Real-life examples include courtroom lawyers, successful negotiators, and CEOs who use silence to their advantage. For instance, in negotiations, pausing after making a point encourages counterparts to reflect, often prompting them to reveal more or concede points. Similarly, in personal relationships, withholding impulsive reactions to criticism allows for measured responses, increasing respect and reducing conflict. Actionable insights include practicing mindful pauses in conversation, avoiding unnecessary commentary, and reflecting before responding. Journaling or meditative practices can help develop patience, enabling individuals to maintain calm in stressful discussions. By mastering silence, viewers cultivate a powerful aura of composure and authority that naturally enhances both respect and influence. Lesson 50. Build authority through knowledge and expertise. Knowledge is one of the most enduring sources of influence. Seneca and Epictetus repeatedly emphasized that true authority is earned through mastery of one's craft and consistent demonstration of competence. A person who combines understanding with action commands respect because others recognize both wisdom and ability. Historically, Marcus Aurelius devoted considerable time to philosophy, literature, and the arts. His knowledge informed his leadership, enabling him to make fair, reasoned decisions. Continually expanding his understanding, he built a reputation that elevated both influence and admiration. In contemporary settings, expertise translates directly into credibility. Whether in professional, social, or online contexts, those who can demonstrate competence in their area gain authority without needing to assert dominance. A software engineer respected for deep technical knowledge naturally earns influence among peers, just as a leader well-versed in their industry commands loyalty and attention. Life examples include thought leaders like Elon Musk, who combines technical expertise with visionary leadership, and Malala Yousafzai, whose profound knowledge and advocacy skills earned global respect. Expertise builds influence by signaling reliability and capability, which others instinctively recognize. Actionable steps include committing to continuous learning, sharing knowledge generously, and applying insights effectively in decision-making and problem-solving. Viewers can strengthen influence by remaining humble yet confident, allowing competence and skill to speak for itself. In essence, knowledge becomes both shield and sword. It protects against manipulation and equips individuals to guide, inspire, and lead with authority. Lesson 6. Practice self-discipline and deliberate action. Self-discipline is central to Stoic thought. Epictetus asserted that freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from mastery over oneself. Controlling impulses and choosing actions deliberately, individuals demonstrate inner strength that inspires admiration and respect. Marcus Aurelius meticulously structured his daily routines, balancing state affairs, reflection, and personal development. His disciplined approach allowed him to govern effectively, even under immense pressure, and earned the trust of both soldiers and citizens. Modern application is evident in personal productivity and decision-making. Leaders who consistently follow through on commitments, adhere to routines, and maintain focus are perceived as reliable and influential. Conversely, those swayed by distractions or inconsistent behaviors often lose credibility. Real-life examples include athletes like Serena Williams, whose disciplined training and mental focus contribute to success, and executives like Jeff Bezos, who structured companies and personal habits to maximize efficiency and influence. Self-discipline enables strategic action, reducing the likelihood of reactive or impulsive mistakes. Actionable insights include creating structured daily routines, setting clear goals, practicing delayed gratification. Reflection exercises, such as journaling, help identify areas where discipline is lacking. By demonstrating control over themselves, viewers project authority, reliability, and influence in every sphere of life. Lesson 7: Embrace adversity as a tool for growth. Stoicism teaches that adversity is not a curse, but a crucible for building strength and character. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Those who navigate challenges with grace are admired, as resilience signals both competence and courage." Marcus Aurelius faced wars, political instability, and personal loss, yet he consistently responded with rationality and virtue. Adversity became a teacher, allowing him to refine decision-making, deepen empathy, and strengthen leadership, a combination that naturally commanded respect. In contemporary life, embracing challenges enhances both credibility and influence. Professionals who tackle difficult projects, remain composed under pressure, and learn from setbacks earn recognition and trust. Individuals who confront personal difficulties openly, demonstrating resilience, inspire admiration among peers. Real-life examples include Nelson Mandela, whose resilience through decades of imprisonment elevated him as a global symbol of moral authority and leadership. In business, leaders who navigate economic crises while protecting their teams gain lasting influence. Actionable steps include reframing obstacles as opportunities, practicing gratitude for challenges, and maintaining a focus on learning from hardship. Viewers can document experiences, reflect on lessons, and apply insights proactively, building both resilience and respect. Adversity approached stoically becomes a vehicle for personal growth and an unmistakable signal of influence. Lesson 8. Exhibit calm confidence in all situations. Calm confidence, distinct from arrogance, is a hallmark of influential individuals. Epictetus taught that composure conveys mastery over circumstances and self, which others instinctively respect. Calmness reassures, signals competence, and inspires trust. Marcus Aurelius frequently faced crises without panic, maintaining steady leadership. His confidence stemmed not from external power, but from internal mastery, a principle that elevated his authority among peers and subordinates alike. Modern examples include public speakers, diplomats, and CEOs who project composure under scrutiny. Consider someone handling critical feedback. Maintaining calm fosters credibility and diffuses tension, whereas visible anxiety or aggression undermines influence. Practical exercises include meditation, controlled breathing, and visualization techniques to reinforce composure. Training oneself to respond rationally rather than impulsively strengthens perceived authority. By consistently demonstrating calm confidence, viewers cultivate an aura of control and reliability, enhancing both respect and influence in professional and personal spheres. Lesson 9. Communicate with purpose and clarity. 500+ words. Effective communication is essential for influence. Seneca emphasized that words should reflect thoughtfulness and intent. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Clarity and purpose in speech ensure that messages resonate and authority is recognized. Marcus Aurelius' writings illustrate careful language designed to educate, motivate, and command respect. His meditations remain a testament to the enduring power of precise, full communication. In contemporary contexts, articulate individuals naturally gain respect. Clear emails, speeches, and presentations signal competence. Ambiguity or excessive verbosity often undermines credibility. Real-life examples include leaders like Barack Obama, whose deliberate, clear speech enhanced influence, or corporate trainers who distill complex topics into actionable guidance, earning trust and authority. Actionable insights, plan messages, practice concise expression, adapt tone to context. Active listening complements communication, ensuring understanding. Mastering this skill strengthens influence and fosters respect, as people naturally gravitate toward those who express ideas coherently and with authority. Lesson 10: Lead by example. Leadership through action is central to Stoic influence. Epictetus taught that virtue and example guide others more powerfully than words alone. Leaders who model integrity, discipline, and empathy earn genuine respect. Marcus Aurelius, even as emperor, led by example, exemplifying duty, fairness, and resilience. Soldiers and citizens admired him not merely for position but for living principles. Modern leaders like Satya Nadella or Malala Yousafzai demonstrate that consistent, ethical action fosters influence far beyond formal authority. Leading by example inspires trust and motivates others to emulate behavior. Actionable steps. Align personal conduct with values, fulfill commitments consistently, and visibly practice principles. Through deliberate action, viewers cultivate credibility, influence, enduring respect. Stoic philosophy provides timeless guidance for cultivating respect and influence. By controlling emotions, demonstrating integrity, listening and observing carefully, practicing strategic silence, building expertise, maintaining self-discipline, embracing adversity, exhibiting calm confidence, communicating with clarity, and leading by example, individuals cultivate authority rooted in character rather than circumstance. Historical examples from Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus illuminate that influence is not about domination, wealth, or status. It is earned through consistent practice, internal mastery, and virtuous action. Modern applications demonstrate these principles are equally effective today in leadership, personal relationships, and professional success. Real-life scenarios reinforce that these lessons are actionable, controlling reactions in stressful meetings, honoring commitments consistently, listening before speaking, remaining composed under pressure, and modeling behavior aligned with values all contribute to genuine influence. By applying Stoic principles consciously, viewers develop the internal fortitude, strategic awareness, and interpersonal skills necessary to earn lasting respect. Influence, when grounded in virtue and practice, becomes sustainable and profound, enabling individuals to navigate challenges, inspire others, and lead with authority without relying on force or manipulation. In embracing these 9 Stoic psychological secrets, viewers are invited to a lifelong journey of self-mastery, personal growth, and ethical influence. As they cultivate these habits, they not only enhance their capacity to lead, guide, and inspire, but also align with the timeless Stoic ideal of living in accordance with reason, virtue, and wisdom.